Today is a highly anticipated and exciting program. Today is when we choose the champion, the SLT ACCA HighQ champion. We will find out who that is in a little while. Welcome to the finals of SLT ACCA HighQ, brought to you by Sri Lanka Telecom in association with ACCA. Today we have four of the most knowledgeable students in the country vying for the title of SLT ACCA HighQ champion. It has been an exciting 14 weeks, and with 12 challenge level rounds and 2 semi-finals. The last 2 weeks you've seen the 2 semi-finals happen, and today these 4 students will vie each other for the grand final. SLT ACCA HighQ is a result of careful thought and great planning. And Sri Lanka Telecom's and ACCA's primary goal is to encourage, reward and recognize children with outstanding knowledge, those who think out of the box and those who think beyond their school curriculum. Let me introduce to you now the players today, the finalists of the SLT ACCA HighQ quiz. Player number 1, Praneeth Jayasankar De Silva of Mahinda College, Galle. D. Sanjay Rukmal Jayawardhan of Taxila Central College, Horana. Aravinda Karunaratna of Royal College, Colombo. And Zaina Ghani of St. Bridget's Convent, Colombo 7. And those are our finalists in SLT ACCA HighQ. I now hand you over to our quizmaster, Nalaka Gunawardana, who will take over the reins from here.
Thanks, Savitri, and hi everyone. For 14 weeks, we've been quizzing and testing the knowledge and recalling powers of our brightest young minds. And tonight, we'll see who the overall winner is going to be. Our contestants, the finalists, know the rules very well. Just before the recording, we decided which positions they'll occupy in facing the questions. And tonight, we'll ask them 5 rounds of questions. After each question, you will have 10 seconds in which to give the correct answer in one attempt. Correct answer earns you 10 points. If you don't, we open it to the panel, and if you know the answer, please turn on the light, and the correct answer there will bring you 5 points. I'm going to ignore those who switch the light on too soon. We want some restraint here. This is a quiz in English, but for those who have asked for language support in Tamil or Sinhala, we are providing that here in the studio. So let me wish all of you good luck, and here we go. Round 1, window on the world. Praneeth, the first female prime minister in the Caribbean was from Dominica. She was known as the Iron Lady of the Caribbean. She died last year. Who was she?
Mireya Moscoso.
No. The panel, Aravinda?
Elizabeth Domitian.
No. Anyone else? Okay, the answer is Dame Eugenia Charles, who was the Prime Minister of Dominica from 1980 to 1995. So no points on that one. Sanjay, a Sri Lankan who migrated to Australia in 1947 when he was 9 years old, was recently appointed Governor of the state of Victoria. Who is this medical researcher, now a world-renowned infertility expert? Time's up. Praneeth?
Dr. Malik Piris.
No. Anyone else? How about the audience? The answer is Professor David de Crester. Professor David de Crester. Aravinda, here's your question. The world's oldest football is going to be on display during the World Cup football in Germany very soon. It's currently the property of the Smith Museum in Stirling. To which European queen did this football originally belong?
Queen Victoria.
It's a good attempt, but not the right answer. Praneeth?
Queen Mary
Of? Yes.
of Spain.
No. No, I can't accept that answer. Anyone in the audience? It's Mary, the Queen of Scots. The 16th century ball is made from pig's bladder and the cover constructed from pieces of thick leather. Zaina, the Hindi film Aisa Kyon Hota Hai, which means why does this happen, was released across India earlier this year. Now, this is the first time the Roman Catholic Church has worked with Bollywood on a feature film. What is the main theme of this film? Make a guess. Why does this happen? Your time is up, Aravinda.
The caste system.
It's a good guess, but not the right answer. Anyone else? Audience? It's about HIV AIDS, which is becoming a huge concern across India and Asia. And I'm afraid no points to anyone, and that brings us to the end of round one.
And at the end of round one, which was wind around the world, unfortunately none of the finalists have scored any points. We do hope when we go to the next round that we'll have a little more luck.
Here we go with Frontiers of Knowledge in round two. The first personal computer virus came into circulation 20 years ago in 1986. It was created by two brothers, Basit and Amjad Farooq Alvi in Lahore, Pakistan, really to protect their software from piracy. What was the world's first computer virus called?
Lovebug.
No, that was a later virus. Aravinda?
Chernobyl.
Not that one either. Anyone else? Audience? It was C-Brain. It was C-Brain. Sanjay, here's your question. The handbook to the flora of Ceylon was the most comprehensive study and documentation of the plants of Sri Lanka. It was first published in 1893. Who compiled the handbook to the flora of Ceylon? Time's up. Praneeth?
Dr. Paul Herman.
No. Anyone else? The answer is Henry Tryman. Henry Tryman. Aravinda, according to data sent back by the Cassini spacecraft, which of Saturn's moons might be having a liquid ocean beneath its icy crust?
Titan.
Not Titan. Zaina?
Enceladus.
Enceladus. I'll accept the answer. Correct. 5 points. 5 points, and we come to you with your own question in this round. Who is the only person to have been awarded the Nobel Prize, the two full Nobel Prizes, the 1954 Nobel Prize in Chemistry and then the 1962 Nobel Peace Prize?
Albert Einstein.
No. He won it, but only once. I'm sorry, so we turn to the panel. Praneeth, it's your turn now.
Norman E. Borlaug.
No, that's not the right answer either. Would anyone else know?
Linus Pauling.
Yes, Aravinda, it was Dr. Linus Pauling, but you don't get points at this stage in the game. So that brings us to the end of round two.
And at the end of round two, only Zaina has scored, and she has 5 points. The other three finalists have not scored any yet, but we hope there'll be more competition in round 3, 4, and 5.
Move on to round 3, Heritage. Praneeth. So Francis Molamure was the first speaker in our first State Council of 1931, as well as in our first Parliament of 1947. He represented the Dadigama electorate in the State Council. Which electorate did he represent in the first Parliament of 1947?
Ruwanwala.
It's a good guess, but not the right answer.
Aravinda.
Aravinda.
Balangoda.
It's Balangoda, correct. 5 points to Aravinda for that. Sanjay, here's your question. Name the Burger lawyer and journalist in the 19th century who is credited with having coined the term Ceylonese. Time's up. The panel. Aravinda.
Henry Williamson.
No. Anyone else? It was Charles Ambrose Lorenz. Aravinda, here's your question. Mrs. Lorani Senaratne was the first woman to be appointed as head of a Sri Lankan diplomatic mission overseas. She served as a High Commissioner to which African country from 1963 to 1965?
Ghana.
Ghana, correct. $10 points to Aravinda for that answer. Zaina, Sri Lankan eyes were first donated to a foreign country in 1964, in May 1964. Since then, dozens of countries have received thousands of Sri Lankan eyes. Which country was the first to receive Sri Lankan eyes for transplant in 1964?
India?
Not India. Aravinda.
Singapore.
Singapore, correct. 5 points to Aravinda for that answer, and that's the end of this round.
Thank you, Nalaka. And at the end of round 3, which was the heritage round, Praneeth and Sanjay have not scored any points. Aravinda has earned 20 points and Zaina has 5 points.
We move on to human endeavors. Praneeth, this year marks the 50th anniversary of Dr. Lester James Peeridge's maiden feature film, Rekava, Line of Destiny. Released in 1956, it marked the turning point in the Sri Lankan cinema. Here's our question. In what typical rural village does the story of Rekava unfold?
Veligala.
No.
Zaina.
It's a panel now, and Zaina.
Baddegana?
No, it's not that either. Aravinda, did you have a different answer?
Hewahata.
No, the answer was Siriyala. Siriyala is where Rekava's story takes place. Sanjay. Ceylon first participated in the Commonwealth Games, or Empire Games as it was called, in 1938. That participation earned the first ever gold medal for the country in an international sporting event. Who won the gold in men's featherweight boxing on that occasion? Sorry, your time's up. And who gets to answer?
Aravinda.
It's Aravinda.
B.A. Henricus.
Uh-huh.
B.A. or it's sometimes it's A.B. Henricus in some books.
Okay, okay. I'll accept that answer. It's the full name is Ansdale William Henricus, sometimes known as, who was also called Barney Henricus. So 5 points, 5 points to Aravinda. And here's your own question, Aravinda. Sri Lanka recently won a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games after 12 years. The last time Sri Lanka won gold medals at these games was 1994, when it was held in Victoria, Canada. In what event?
Rifle shooting.
Can you perfect that answer?
ඉලක්කයට වෙඩි තැබීම.
You're nearly there, but I need...
The event or
no, the answer
the
is 75% there.
pistol shooting.
I'll give you only 5 points. It's women's air rifle shooting. That's the correct full event name. Women's air rifle shooting, and the winners were K. Vikramasinghe and Pushpamali Ramanayaka. So 5 points to Aravinda. Zaina. The movie Brokeback Mountain, which won 3 Oscar awards for 2005, is based on a short story by which Pulitzer Prize-winning American author?
Annie Proulx.
I'll accept the answer. Annie Proulx. 10 points to Zaina, and that ends this round.
At the end of round 4, Praneeth and Sanjay have not earned any points. Aravinda has earned 30 points and Zaina has 15 points. And I do believe we have one more round to go.
Yes, indeed. Exceptionally, we have a 5th and final round of questions in these finals. And in that, we give you a short description of a well-known personality and ask you to identify the person. So listen to my description carefully. Praneeth, who was he? An English aristocrat. He set up his headquarters in Ceylon in 1943 as Supreme Allied Commander for Southeast Asia during World War II. He went on to become India's last Viceroy and the first Governor General.
Henry Mason Moore.
No, I'm sorry. That's not the right answer. Who among our panelists gets the turn? Aravind, it's your turn.
Lord Louis Mountbatten.
Quite right. Lord Louis Mountbatten, who was tragically killed by an IRA bomb in 1979. So you get 5 points for that answer. Sanjay, who was he? Sri Lankan civil servant and diplomat. He was our permanent representative to the United Nations and later was elected President of the UN General Assembly in 1976. And later, still later, he chaired the difficult international negotiations for the law of the sea.
Shirley Correa.
No. Panel.
Zaina. Zaina.
It's Zaina?
Prasad Karyavasan.
No. I'm sorry. Let's ask Aravind whether he knows the answer.
Shirley Amarasinghe.
Shirley Amarasinghe it would have been. I'm really sorry I can't give you marks at this stage, Aravind. Let's come to your own question. Who was she? This is a lady. A Canadian medical doctor. She came to Ceylon in 1897 to work for a Christian mission and later joined the government medical service. She became a prominent campaigner for women's rights and first woman member of the Colombo Municipal